in revenue mobilization through taxation for the purpose of accelerated national development. The role of the lawyer, he's been charging lawyers to commit to paying their taxes, also revealing that 60,000 professionals, including thousands of lawyers, are not paying their taxes, and that the tax authorities will give them a call soon. Also mentioning that the GRA is set to crack the whip. This is the Midday News here on Joy 99.7 FM, and some other stories that we'll take a look at. South Dai MP Roxanne Nelson-Daphama pursues government, alleging it has abandoned Community Day Senior High School project, resulting in financial loss to the state. We have details, and also another bloody weekend on our roads. 4 deaths, with more than 20 others left battling for their lives in hospitals. When will our roads be safe? And much later, very impressed and time-saving. That's how most exhibitors who visited the Joyni's Habitat Fair described the one-stop shop for all housing needs. That and more in this abridged edition. South Dai MP Roxanne Nelson-Daphama has sued government over the Community Day Senior High School project he claims has been abandoned. This project took off in 2013 when the John Mahama-led government announced its intention to build 200 Community Day Senior High Schools between 2013 and 2016. The MP says at the time Mr. Mahama left office, 46 of the schools had been commissioned as ready for use. He alleges that sometime in August 2021, the Ministry of Education stated that despite completion, not all the schools were in use. He contends in his writ that the current government has refused to continue with the project to build 200 community senior high schools while failing to utilize all the completed schools. Joseph Akable joins me in studio with more on this. Joseph, what more is containing the writ and what reliefs is he seeking?
And so he makes the point that as far as he's concerned, it amounts to a misuse and waste of public funds and property if government fails to complete these projects because money has already been used by way of acquiring land as well as the construction of some of these buildings. And so in terms of the reliefs that he's seeking, one is asking for a declaration that the defendant's failure to continue and complete the projects to build 200 community senior high schools constitutes a misuse and waste of public funds. A declaration that a defendant's failure to make use of 446 community senior high school constructed by the previous government constitutes a misuse of public funds and property in contravention of Articles 35, 7 and 41 F of the 1992 Constitution. He is therefore demanding that government is ordered to complete the projects to build the 200 community senior high schools within reasonable time, and another directing the government of Ghana to utilize all the 46 community senior high schools that were completed by the previous administration.
Okay, so we'll get some reaction from Roxanne Nelson-Daphama in subsequent editions. Thank you very much, Joseph Akable. And I've been telling you about the bar conference that's currently underway in the Upper East Regional Capital, Bolgatanga. It's on the theme ensuring an increase in revenue mobilization through taxation for the purpose of accelerated national development. The role of the lawyer. We've been hearing from the Chief Justice also, who is currently at that conference as well. A while ago, we had President Akufo-Addo charging lawyers to commit to paying their taxes and committing to the theme of this year's bar conference. He mentions how embarrassing it is that the number of lawyers who are not paying their taxes, also mentioning that 60,000 professionals, including thousands of lawyers, are not paying, and that tax collectors, and that's the GRA, is set to crack the whip and give them a call soon. We'll be going live to our correspondent, Albert Sorry, shortly, but it's time for our Drive Safe campaign. And in spite of the unrelenting campaigns to keep our roads safe, accidents continue to maim and claim lives on our roads. The weekend was as bloody as many other weekends have been, with 4 persons killed in separate road crashes. More than 20 people were also injured, some of them life-threatening. In the following report, we look at the crashes that marred our weekend.
There were at least 4 different accidents in central, Ashanti and northern regions over the weekend. Weekends remain high point in terms of accident trends, leaving law enforcement agencies concerned. A Metro Mass Transit bus heading to Takrady collided head-on with a Toyota Corolla saloon car at a Kumfi Aqua Krum on the Cape Coast Kaswa Highway. The accident left one person dead and 10 others with injuries, some of which were life-threatening. The other accident involved MP for Doma West, Vincent Opon Asamoah, and his aide, who were both left with injuries. A police report said a driver of the MP ran into a pothole whilst negotiating a curve at Pong Tamale along the Tamale-Bolgatanga Highway and hit an unregistered motorbike. The rider, one Peter Nyagri, died on the spot. A pillion rider, Awimoni Rukaya, was also injured. At Ejura in the Ashanti region, a tanker driver heading to Atebubu from Kumasi veered off the road, running into a bus. 12 passengers were left with various injuries, including a 6-year-old who died.
We continue to urge you to drive safe. Now, still on road safety matters, Transport Minister Kweku Fere-Siama has urged the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority (DVLA) to focus on education of drivers regarding road safety regulations. He was speaking at the inauguration of a governing board for the authority.
Western statistics show an alarming trend, which everybody is not happy about it. I have said it's not about the numbers. We can talk about 2,000 people have lost their life. Yes, it is true. But my philosophy is that if one person dies through an accident, and if we could have prevented that accident, and we could not do it, then it's an indictment on all of us. It is not about the numbers. Yes, the numbers are important, but some of these road crashes are as a result of indiscipline on our part of road users, on the part of drivers. The statistics show that about 90% of these accidents could have been prevented if drivers had been a little bit diligent. So National Road Safety, I know that since 2017, you have intensified your activities. You have intensified your campaign more than any other years. Yes, the numbers are going up. Nobody is blaming you. Because controlling safety on our roads today, it is not only your responsibility. Your part is continue to educate people and bring out policies and programs. That is why His Excellency felt so strongly that it was appropriate, and the need was that we need to change the mandate with which the authority was operating.
Transport Minister Kweku Fere-Siama, now board chairman of DVLA, Frank Herbert Davis, promised to work diligently and called on the minister to consider an increment in the authority's percentage of the road fund to enable it to carry out its mandate.
I can assure the Honourable Minister, and by extension that goes also to his boss, the President, that we don't take this repose of confidence lightly. We will discharge our duties with diligence, forthrightness, integrity, and above all, fidelity to do the right things all the time. Mr. Minister, whilst commending you for the tremendous support you have given us over the years, I wish to make a humble plea. You have been in the forefront and in the gutters in course with us in our fight, also in courts with the Ministry of Finance for the percentage share of revenue due to the DVLA.
Board chairman of the DVLA, Frank Davis.
Safe driving saves lives. Drive safe.
And that's it for our Drive Safe campaign. We turn our attention to education, and the sector minister, Dr. Yawose Educhum, says the ministry is working with the West African Examinations Council, WAEC, to introduce a serialized test system to stamp out issues of examination malpractices. WAEC has come under intense criticism over its failure to deal with the perennial leakages which have characterized the BECE and WASI. The Africa Education Watch in its 2020 WASI report indicted WAEC, claiming the council was behind the leakage recorded in the year. So while WAEC has indicated it may be suing the education think tank, Dr. Educhum says the ministry is finalizing a move to serialize exams questions to block the incidence of leakages. My colleague Manuel Cranting is on that beat for us. He joins us on the line. Did the minister give timelines as to when this will be implemented?
Well, so MFR, he mentions that this is part of talks that have already begun between the Ministry of Education and indeed the West African Exams Council. He does not give the exact timelines, but he says that plans are far advanced to make sure that when it comes to next year,
Well, whilst you reposition yourself, Manuel, we know that the Education Minister has been touring some senior high schools to observe the ongoing 2020 WASSCE. Where has he been and what has he been saying to candidates?
So far, he's been to 3 senior high schools, from Fafara community to the West Africa Senior High School, and then also the Kwabenya Community Day Senior High School. Now, his charge to them has been for them to take advantage of the free senior high school policy being rolled out by government to make themselves, their families, and the nation at large very proud of her.
That's my colleague Manuel Krante. Meanwhile, some candidates here in the examination this year have promised to earn great marks without outside help, or what is popularly known as APO. They've been speaking to Joy News on this. Well, the regional minister also, Henry Quarte, has urged students of the Osu Salem Senior High School to also do their best. We'll take a quick break here on the special edition of the Midday News. We're right back.
A month away, Vodafone Smart Service here! Yes, Smart Serve from Vodafone allows you to connect to super fast wireless internet anywhere and anytime at your own convenience. Whether home or office or on your, we move with seamless connectivity. Tell you there's even more. Vodafone Smart Serve connect up to 32 devices. What? So now you can connect to the internet on your own terms, increase your productivity, make the most of the things that matter, and do so much more. Visit fvb.vodafone.com.gh or the nearest Vodafone shop today and get a Smart Serve device now. A world of exciting possibilities awaits.
Vodafone. Together we can.
The boys are back, oh! The boys are back! Imagine inviting great footballers like Ronaldo, Messi, and Mbappe into your home. Imagine feeling the big mad temperament of football's fiercest rivals in your living room. Imagine enjoying the home ground advantage of witnessing the best of Serie A, La Liga, Premier League, UEFA Europa, and many more leagues all in English. Or stop imagining. Just get a GoTV decoder now at 89 Ghana cedis and upgrade to GoTV Max to turn your home into the home ground of great football. To purchase a new decoder, SMS GoTV to short code 1731. GoTV. Love it.
Drama from day one.
I have a super story that everyday people will love.
Are you making ripples?
I'm talking about a brighter, safer future for workers, for businesses, for West Africa.
What's that?
A free online conference organized by the Institution of Occupational Safety and Health.
What's it about?
How health and safety at work can help us, our businesses, and our economy.
That sounds like a domino effect. What are the topics?
Competitive and sustainable advantage from health and safety in all industries and businesses. Changes in occupational safety and health legislation. Women as leaders in the profession.
What's the lineup?
There are speakers from leading West African and international institutions, as well as from business and the health and care sectors.
Oh, I'd like to find out more. When does the rooster crow at dawn?
16th and 17th September.
How do I sign up?
Check out www.iosh.com/WAC.
I'm on the edge of paradise.
Thanks for staying with us. And it was a 2-day event which afforded prospective homeowners so many offers in getting either a land, buying or building a home. It also gave homeowners juicy options to expand their homes or renovate. Patrons who visited the Achimota Retail Center says the Joy News Habitat Fair was indeed a one-stop solution center. That's the mini clinic for all their housing needs, and are excited about the prospects of owning a home because of the discounts and offers they got.
If you are renting, your dream is to also own a home one day. So as a result, we decided to come and then find out what are the options available, and if we can fall within any of the options and make a choice.
So Joy News and Joy Habitat Fair is happening. I think it's the best way everybody can own a land or a house for himself or herself.
Well, these patrons and those yet to visit any of the mini clinics will have more discounts available as these exhibitors promise more.
Our project, that's the Planned City Extension project, is a demand-driven project. So we only build based on request. We have 1-bed semi-detached, 2-bed, 3-bed semi-detached. We have 3-bed detached too. We have different packages, villas, whichever price that will fit your pockets.
Well, if you missed this mini clinic at the Achimota Retail Center, head of sales here at Multimedia, Max Fugger, promises more.
The first clinic of this year's EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair, powered by Cities and Habitats, came out successfully at the Achimota Mall this weekend. And in the words of one exhibitors, the response was overwhelming and exceeded their expectation. And if this is anything to go by, then I can assure you that at the Westfield Mall this weekend, where we are expecting more exhibitors, the response will be great, and we encourage everybody who has issues with building or buying houses or acquiring land to be there.
And that's head of sales here on Multimedia Group, Max Fuga. So if you missed the Achimota Retail Center Habitat Fair Mini Clinic, you're looking out for the next one, juicy offers on offer. And that's it for the Midday News, the special edition here on Joy 99.7 FM. We've been bringing you live coverage of the Bar Conference on ensuring an increase in revenue mobilization through taxation for the purpose of accelerated national development. The role of the lawyer, and President Akufo-Addo has been charging over 60 professionals to start paying their taxes, else the GRA is set to crack the whip. I am Emefa Apau. There's more news when you log on to myjoyonline.com. Stories making the headlines. Only 39 lawyers practicing in 5 regions of the north. That's according to the regional minister. And also Reverend Owusu-Bempah. 3 others arrested for attacking police officers. Vice President Mahmoud Bawumia loses mother. Our condolences to him. Have a good afternoon. Living Word with Pastor Mensel Tabil is up next.
No, mommy. Anytime I use daddy's toothpaste, I get bruises in my mouth, and sometimes I feel like vomiting.
That's not an excuse. As a child, you need to brush your teeth before you take your breakfast to avoid tartar and cavity, okay? And you, why are you laughing at your sister? Have you brushed your teeth?
Yes, Mom. I used the Kel Kids toothpaste you brought yesterday to brush my teeth.
Well done, darling. Kel Kids toothpaste is made for kids like you from 2 years to 6 years.
It was so sweet like strawberry. I even wanted to eat it, Mom.
No, you can't eat it. It's toothpaste, not toffee, okay? It's always advisable to give your kids Kel Kids toothpaste to brush their teeth. Kel Kids toothpaste strengthens teeth and prevents decay and cavities. As a mother, I always make sure my kids use Kel Kids toothpaste. Kel Kids toothpaste with strawberry flavor makes brushing exciting